Welcome to the Your Brain Shift podcast, where we explore topics that promote mindset shifts and brain shifts for greater success, health and wellness, and fulfillment. I'm Keith Engelhardt. Kevin McKinnon, our co-host, will be back at a future date. He has a life challenge at the moment, so he'll join us when he can. Today's shortcast is on our mindset saboteurs. We have several saboteurs, the judge, the avoider mindset, the controller mindset, the hyperachiever mindset, the hyper-rational mindset, the hyper-vigilant mindset, the restless mindset, the pleaser mindset, and the victim mindset. The major and most dominant mindset is the judge. So we're going to focus on that. All the other saboteurs kind of support the judgments made by the judge. It's the Master Saboteur. The judge is something everyone suffers from. We all have one. It compels you to constantly find faults with yourself, others, and or the conditions and circumstances in life. It also generates much of the anxiety, stress, anger, disappointment, shame, and guilt that we experience or that we impose on others. It's also self-justifying. It has this self-justifying lie that without its existence, you or others would be lazy or unambitious. It's this chronic voice that chatter in our head that judges things. Many of us experience as that metaphorical negative Nelly that sits on our shoulder critiquing everything in life, including ourselves. Its voice is therefore often mistaken as a tough love voice of reason rather than the destructive saboteur it actually is. It'll even rationalize and justify itself. What I encourage you to do, first of all, be aware of that judge. We all have it. And then more importantly, how we can diminish its impact and its chatter. For me personally, judge used to be a lot more dominant than it is these days. For example, if I drop something on the floor, I might have had a glass slip out of my hand to hit the floor and shatter. And immediately, you have all that internal self-defamation rhetoric of, well, you dummy, or whatever language it might be using. Well, I've learned to replace it. A good technique to do that is when you, for example, make a mistake and that judge starts chiming in, is to immediately catch it. And then, for example, if I dropped and broke something, I'm human. I make mistakes and just laugh. Well, if you repeat that often enough, it becomes an automatic response. You literally change the neural patterns and neural wiring in the brain that when a trigger comes to mind, like I drop something, a chuckle or laughter will just come out of my mouth rather than negative rhetoric. Sometimes family members might look at you a little strange, but we can apply Terry Cole Whitaker's philosophy in life, and that is what other people think of me is none of my business. And instead of having this negative response in dialogue, internal dialogue that tends to go down a negative rabbit hole, you can literally recognize that you're human and just laugh at that fact. So I'll plant that seed is for the upcoming weeks. Be aware of your master saboteur, the judge. How are you judging yourself? How are you judging others? And then create some space, step back from it and question it. Well, is the judgment accurate? Is it right, correct? And more importantly, do I have to make a judgment? Can I just accept this situation? Can I just accept the person or circumstances that happen to be in front of me and then look for possibility and potential in it? Whatever's going on in life. In future weeks, we'll look at the other saboteurs, how they support the judge and how they sabotage us in other ways. In the meantime, I look forward to you joining us again in the next Your Brain Shift podcast, and work on diminishing the judge and its judgments in your life.